This is the Gatekeepers Podcast with Billy Grove. Billy is an innovative leader in the industry who loves teaching others how to build quality fence. So kick back, grab a cold beverage, and get ready to talk about fence. Today's show is sponsored by Mr. Fence Academy, National Metal Industries, and GURY. If you're looking to hit the next level in your fence company, check out Mr. Fence Academy. Real fencers, real job sites, real training equals real results. And now, live from the Mr. Fence Academy studios, here's your host, Billy Grove.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing on this fabulous Tuesday? Man, I freaking love that new intro video. I did like 4 different versions of it, and that was my favorite. So hope you guys like it. Thank you real quick to the Mr. Producer. You knocked it out the park again. I just got back my new commercial for GURY today after I got off work. Woo, son, I can't wait till next Tuesday. It's been cold here for Florida. I guess all you northerners are going to make fun of me whenever I say how cold it was today, but it was like 38 degrees whenever I woke up. I was freezing, but it's been a good week. Thanksgiving was good, despite my heart and soul, my family being in Georgia. They had a good time. I went to my stepsister's house. It was so weird. Little sidestep, but I got a call last night and they were like, yeah, it's from Tasha. I was like, who the hell is Tasha? And my wife's like, that's your stepsister. I was like, oh yeah, I actually have one of those. So I went over there, we had Thanksgiving, and then Friday I went fishing, caught a whole boatload of mackerel, filled up the cooler. Had to clean the cooler afterwards. It was gross because they bleed everywhere. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Real quick, win and loss for the week, man. I got a whole lot of wins, and I don't have very many losses. Like I said, I filled the cooler up with Spanish mackerel. Sunday, the wife and kids came back home. Monday, I got to work with the freaking amigos. I've been missing them. So they came back in town. Chris had some business to handle before they went back out of town for 5 days. Hopefully this is the last stint. And that was cool. I got to see my homies, talk my little bit of Spanish that I know all day long. And that was fun. Yeah, man. So we got a real great show lined up for you guys. We got Mr. Sean Behensky on from CMM. And if you guys don't know what that is a vinyl router company and awesome products, guys. If you don't have a vinyl router, listen in because we're about to give you guys some key things, some super key things. Yes, Chris, it is very cold, bro. It is cold for Florida. But also real quick, before I bring my wife on and let her do her thing with Miss Andrea Patterson on from High Point Companies, big thank you to our sponsors. As always, Mr. Fence Academy, www.mrfenceacademy.com. National Metal Industries, Mr. Mike Levy. If you're watching, I don't see you watching yet, but www.nmifence.com. Also, Mark and Mary Cobb. GURY, www.jcgury.com. Guys, go look up all 3 of those websites. If you have not, do yourself a favor, get yourself a sign, go get you some privacy slats from like National Metal Industries, and then go get you some tools or go sign up for Mr. Fence Academy. But with that said, I'm going to bring them on my wife, and I'm going to hand it over for 15 minutes. Hey, babe, how are you? Long time no see. We do this every week, right?
It's fine. We'll just act like we didn't just see each other and don't work for the same company. It's fine.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, I'm going to bring on your guest, and I'm going to get out y'all's hair. Okay?
All right.
Hey there, Miss Andrea. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Just before I go, because we won't be talking anymore, it was great to meet you in Vegas. Can't wait to see you again. Y'all have a wonderful conversation, and go women in the fence industry, right?
Yeah.
There we go. All right, ladies.
Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
So glad to see your face.
I'm so happy to see yours.
No,
It's been so long.
I was so happy that you were going to be on tonight. Well, as he mentioned, we met at the Fence Show in Vegas.
We sure did.
It was a fun time.
Yeah.
Have this beautiful necklace. I'll let you tell the story.
I have the same one. We're twinning. So you got that beautiful necklace because my husband, Cole Patterson, grilled Billy into buying it. Basically, he was like, "You have to buy this. She needs it."
Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Yeah, I got to go do my podcast."
Mm-hmm. Cole grilled him multiple times. Anytime he saw him, he's like, "Billy, did you buy that necklace?" Very last day, we were able to secure you that necklace.
Oh, absolutely. You were like, "There's one left." And I was like, "Okay, hold on. Please don't sell it. Hold on."
Yeah.
We finished that podcast. I was like, "Honey, you know, Cole said that he's waiting for you." He was like, "Seriously?" Yep. I was like, "He sure is."
Yep.
So, weird story. I actually haven't taken it off since.
That's not weird.
Every day.
It's not weird. I wear mine as often as I can, but with my profession, I don't like wearing things near my neck because I work in healthcare with dementia patients, TBI patients, a whole bunch of patients that can go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Of course, your little amazing self is saving lives and helping people.
I don't want this to break. I don't want some old lady or old man to rip up my neck.
Yeah.
And I'll never find it again.
So, what I know you do actually work in the fence industry as well.
Mm-hmm.
As
I am an
big girl job too.
Yeah. I'm an office administrative assistant for High Point companies here in Northern Colorado. I kind of dabble in a little bit of everything for him, from doing office work to running errands, picking up parts if like no one else is available. He does have help from his parents that also do some of the running errands and picking up parts. But if it's like, hey, I need like a few items from the shop, can you bring them to the job in like that's like 20 minutes away? I'm like, sure. Well, I'm not busy at all. It's fine. I also do some of our product sales. So we do sell a few cool products. Yeah.
So you just have that support for hubby all the way. I saw it in Vegas. I know you
do.
100%.
And he has it for me. He may not say it or show it, but like he's in the background going whoop whoop.
Actually, he was probably at the Women of FWA table more than the Women of FWA.
It's just because we had couches.
He was right there. Like, you see my wife, we're doing this. Let's go.
Yeah. No,
I love you guys' support for each other. I've already posted on your Facebook that I love you guys' love. It's so adorable.
Yeah.
Since school, right?
I actually graduated from school. So
I met you and him. Like, you've been together.
Oh, we have been together since junior year of high school.
Yeah, I was saying
11 years ago.
Yeah.
11 years ago.
And you guys are still adorable. Like I just started dating.
Yeah. we grew up together. I've actually known him since I was in preschool. So I've known him literally my entire life.
You guys are adorable. And the babies. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. The babies are pretty cute too.
They are adorable as well. Well, I don't want to take up too much time. I know you do have those babies to get to. I really wanted to highlight you. You already know I've asked you. This is probably the third time I've been trying to get you on here. I was so excited to finally get you and see your face.
Yeah, I was excited. I was able to jump on. You caught me on a good day where I didn't have anything else going on, so you're good.
Just luck. You did tell me December, so I was like, oh, first Tuesday.
Yeah, I know that December was open. November was a little tight with a lot of the stuff going on with the business and kids and school and work, my other job. So
you are a woman of many talents, ma'am.
So are you.
And literally always smiling and ready to go. I love it. Is there anything you wanted to shout out or let anyone know, or
these beautiful necklaces you see? I'm pretty sure the women of FWA still have some for sale if you would like to get your hands on one.
Ooh,
it's a little fork latch. I don't know if you can see it that well, but like
I don't know how close I can get either.
Yeah.
But it does move. It works.
Yeah, it does.
And I still need a hoodie.
I thought I broke it. I was like, oh, did I break it? No, it does. It's meant to move. I kind of was panicking.
Oh, I have to tell you that I actually didn't know it moved. And when Billy was looking at it, I think we were explaining to Chris like what it was. And he was like, it probably works, right? And I was like, what do you mean it works? And he picked it up and started moving it. And I was like, it really does work.
Yeah, I did it like out of habit messing with it. I was like, oh, did I break it? No, we're good.
It really works.
It's solid. But yeah.
Well, don't let me forget. I still need my hoodie, especially since it actually got cold here in Florida, which does not happen often.
Ugh.
Literally.
Well, it's better than here, I guess.
Do I want to know? Is it snowing?
It's not snowing, surprisingly, but it is very cold for most places. They'd be in like parkas here. I'm in a light sweatshirt and some like little Croc slippers.
I'm in hoodie and sweatpants in my house because it's like 50.
Yeah.
I know, we're ridiculous down here. But I still have on flip-flops, for the record.
I got my Croc slides on, so there's that. No. All right. It was good to see you.
It was good to see you, sweet love.
And I can't wait to see you again. Yeah.
We needed some kind of girls trip in the fence.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Y'all all hear that. Everyone that's listening. Michaela, I know you're there. So let's make it happen, Susan.
Uh-huh. Yep.
All right. Babe, we're going to give it over to you.
I forgot to unmute myself. All right. Well, there was that. We're going to roll the commercial. I'll see you in about 45 minutes to an hour. So, all
right. I love you. Be careful.
Love you too. Bye. All right, guys, I'm going to roll the commercial and then we're going to come back with Mr. Sean Behensky of CMM Routers.
National Metal Industries, a family-owned business for 70-plus years, has grown to be recognized for their ability to deliver on not just privacy slats for fence, but all types of fence products. National Metal Industries has all the hardware and tools to get the fence professional in and out of their job with the most ease possible. You can count on National Metal Industries for the most convenient resources in fence products. Visit nmifence.com for more information. As we like to say, you can always pick it right at National.
All right, guys, we're going to bring on our guest for the night, Mr. Sean Behensky.
How's it going, man?
Good, man. You?
Good. Going real good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. And you're in what? North Bend Indiana?
South Bend, Indiana. Yep, home of the
South Bend.
Irish.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, yeah. Notre Dame, they're making it to the playoffs.
There we go. There we go. There we go, man. What's the weather up there?
It's cold. It's like 25 degrees, but that's
Whew.
pretty normal for December. Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
I don't think I want any part of that.
I was just down in North Carolina last week in Charlotte visiting some customers, and it was like 70 degrees. It was so nice. I was like, man, I need to maybe
Yeah.
move, but my wife won't
man.
move, so it's okay.
It was cold for Florida this weekend, and then it's supposed to be back up in the 70s next or like this upcoming weekend. So like last weekend I was out on the Gulf of Mexico, and it was like 30, 37 degrees with like 20-mile-an-hour winds. It was cold out there. But next weekend it's supposed to be back in the 70s. It's crazy.
Nice. Yeah, that's good.
Right. All right. Well, so how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. Yeah, so we just moved. We had our third kid last year, so we needed kind of a bigger space, and we really wanted a pool. And ironically, we have a vinyl fence, and so we found a nice spot. So we just moved literally like a month ago. So we decided, since our furniture isn't here yet, that we would host, because we just have a bunch of empty space, and it actually worked out really good. So we had like 24 people at our house. It was neat.
Nice. That's a
Yeah.
lot of people. Yeah, man. So like, I guess having like no furniture and everything actually really worked out, huh?
Yeah, it actually worked out really nice.
That's great, man. That's like the one time you can ever say something like that.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
I was like, hey, man, I got a whole bunch of people come over. We had nothing in here. And it's like, oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. But we had tables full of food. Oh, I'm sold.
Perfect. Yeah, right? Yep.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of blank space, put a bunch of blank tables and chairs, so it worked out really good.
Heck yeah, man. Well, how was your past 7 days besides like Thanksgiving?
Yeah, so
Work-wise,
man,
everything been going good?
yeah, work's been crazy. So, end of the year's coming and everyone needs a tax write-off, So all year you're hearing, I'm going to buy a machine eventually. I'm going to buy a machine eventually. And, you hope they actually do. And I don't know if November was the month everyone met with their CPAs and they told them to, you got to either buy a truck or buy a machine. But we had like a record month in machines, man. So we're awesome, super blessed, man. It's been awesome. We're heading into December now, and we have like 9 quotes out right now. So I mean, we could really have a great end of the year, which would be great.
That's awesome. And for those of you guys who don't know, you might be new to the fence industry, newer, don't do a whole lot of vinyl, or maybe don't do a whole lot of like aluminum. Sean, just give us a rundown of what CMM offers to the fence industry.
Yeah, so CMM, we actually started in 1999 in South Bend. Steve and Penny Johnson, they still own it today. They were actually getting a vinyl fence installed at their house, and Steve saw all these guys using hand routers to install their vinyl fence. And he said he was sitting on the porch and he's like, there has to be an easier way than this. So he actually created a company. And what we do is we make machines that route vinyl and aluminum fence, mainly vinyl, but we can do aluminum too. And we have things called 2-bays and 4-bays. So obviously a 2-bay would be just a 2-bay smaller machine. 4-bay would be a much larger one. They're roughly about anywhere from $29,000 to $34,000. So when you're looking at buying a car, buying a machine, it's right in the price range for that. A 4-bay would be more around 50 grand. And if you're getting vinyl, from an extruder, whether it's Homeland or Nebraska Plastics, you can use our machines to obviously route and customize the fence. So instead of buying the profiles already pre-made from one of the extruders, you can do it yourself at your facility and then buy the vinyl in bulk. So you're saving a lot of money.
Absolutely. So I've done this as well. I've routed posts by hand, and It's kind of a badge of honor that you got to earn in the fence industry, right? Like that's how you got to go, like, until you are like, okay, we need to get like an actual like router machine. But like, let's talk about how this could be a huge game changer, especially in those vinyl heavy markets where they think that they're stuck because they can't afford like $100,000 CNC machine or this and that. So let's I talk about like a little bit about that, because like really, like, man, like if vinyl is your main market and you're still buying pre-routed posts or different profiles that just come from the manufacturer, man, like you can really level yourself up by getting yourself a router in-house.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we usually do 50% down, and then we can work with you on payments. So, if payment's an issue, call us. We're more than happy to work with you. We have 7,000 customers in the United States, which is something we are really thankful for. And, I think that says a lot. I think that says that people trust us and they want to do business with us. And we want to work with you. So not everybody can afford a $30,000 machine. So what we do, we do half down, and then we can work with you on the payments. But as far as a game changer, I mean, we have an ROI calculator, a rate of return, and return on investment.
Yeah.
And we can show you, if you tell me, Billy, hey, I'm going to do 6 vinyl jobs and they're, whatever, 300 feet, whatever it might be, and I can show you on a computer how much money it would save you by just buying the vinyl in bulk and using our machine. And I mean, people are floored by how quickly these machines pay themselves off. I mean, like Billy said, if you're doing vinyl mainly, and we have a ton of them in, North Carolina, Florida, especially Georgia, I mean, the return on investment on these things are seriously like 2 to 3 months, and you've already paid for it. Mm-hmm. So, I think a lot of the professionals in the industry stand behind us, which really appreciate. And I mean, if it's something that you're interested in, give us a call, because I'm more than happy to help you and talk to you about it more.
Heck yeah. And we were messaging earlier today, and you sent me this really cool video of a completely automated machine that you guys are releasing. Which I have loaded up. Like, awesome. I'm gonna let you talk about it first, but
so everyone always asks, hey, you guys do these 2 bays and 4 bays, like, what's the future? And I think the future is 2 things. One, safety. Everyone's really getting into safety. We had a customer that just got hit with OSHA, and they needed some safety guards and features on their machines. We were easily able to help them with that. So I think that's one thing that people really want, is more safety features. Another thing people want is the thing that almost every business struggles with, and that's how to eliminate, maybe employees, because a lot of times they're, undependable or whatever the case might be. And the way to do that's with automation. So in 2025, we're coming out with these new automation machines that he's going to show. And I think it's going to be a game changer. Basically what it does is you can have a pallet of vinyl, and it'll raise up. It will shift the vinyl over with suction cups. Then it will route the vinyl. It'll blow off the pieces, and then it will push it to get stacked. So literally it goes start to finish, the entire job for you. And all you have to do is move the crate at the end. And Billy's going to show it here in a second, but
that's pretty awesome, man. Whenever I got done watching it, I was like, yeah, that is a cool machine right there. That is, that's else, man.
So we just came out with it about 2 months ago. Steve, our owner, has been planning this for years, and he launched it a couple months ago, and we've already sold 3 of them, which is awesome. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and put it up on the screen. You should maybe be able to see both of our faces, because I'm going to take up the whole screen, but let's take it away. Working right now. It's pretty awesome. All right. So I was just explaining to the people who listen to like the audio podcast what was going on. Bro, that was pretty freaking cool. Like I watched it pretty briefly while I was like on the job site, but now actually having my full attention to it, that's pretty slick, man. That's pretty slick.
We're really excited about it. We actually have a prospect coming tomorrow to look at one. And yeah, I mean, like I said, we had already sold 3 of these, and I think they're the future of the industry. I mean, you could run that thing literally all day, and you could have, you know, one employee who just is in your shop helping out with, you know, side jobs, just move the crates back and forth, you know, put a new one in, take the old one out, and off you go on your jobs. And
Absolutely.
I guess the one thing I forgot to mention, that thing flipped them too. I don't know if you saw that, but it flipped them also. So
yeah, I saw it was
cool.
Flipping them as well. I was watching, like that was one of the first things that I like really like caught my attention. I was like, wait a minute, you don't even have to flip it by hand. It flips it for you. I was like, whoa. Like I get the whole like picking it up and putting it in there, but for it to flip it for you too, man, I was like, that's pretty slick right there, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be the future of the like vinyl routing machine industry. I mean, like I gotta say,
yeah, no, we're excited. You know, I think it's priced, you know, very competitively, and I think the fact that it helps eliminate some employees that you might not need to do that, it's a no-brainer, and it's going to be a game changer in the future for sure.
Right. Well, we kind of skipped around on some of the like topics. So I'm going to go back to the first one. How long have you been in the fence industry?
So crazy. I was actually Steve's business banker for 9 years. So Steve was, he's been running the company for a long time. He's a great guy, you know, someone I consider a mentor. I tell everyone he's my uncle, but he's really not. I was his business banker for 9 years. And just about 2 years ago, he asked me if I'd help him run the company. And I said, yeah, let's do it. You know, the bank will always be there if it fails. And it's been the best decision, you know, next to marrying my wife, it's been the best decision I've ever had. I mean, I've loved it. It's a great company. You know, we have about 30 employees, and I learn something new every day. You know, I have a business background. So like this stuff is like, whoa, you know, it's something like I never thought of. This is like engineering, you know, and I love learning more and helping people grow and succeed, and just being part of a team, because it's a family business. We do a lot of really cool things. You know, we have employee meal once a month. We have an employee of the month every month. Like the other day, I had a bank come in to like teach some of these employees about like credit scores and building credit. Like we're just a really cool, tight knit group, and I love it. So
that's awesome.
It's been really cool.
That's awesome, man. Culture is everything, man. And, you know, that's one of the big things that Chris and Sean and Matt Warner teach. And, you know, I mean, but like when it all comes down to the nitty gritty, culture is everything, man. If you feel appreciated and you feel a part of the family, even though you're not a family, so to say. Pay kind of goes out the window, especially if you're like committed. I mean, like obviously you're gonna get like taken care of, but it's not like that like bottom line thing, man. Like culture is one of the biggest things that we strive for, and it sounds like you got an awesome culture going on over there.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, we really do. It's definitely something we pride ourselves on, and it's been great. And the second thing I guess to add is like I love that we're really active. You know, Steve, one thing he wants me to do is to be as active as possible. So, you know, we go to like all these shows. You know, I think I met you at FWA, which was awesome in Vegas. And then, you know, January we have the East Coast show in Atlantic City. February we have Fence Tech, which will be great. March we have the Gatlinburg Mr. Fence, which is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And then April we have our open house. So like we do something every month, which is it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to network with people, build rapport, build relationships. And I think that's something that our business is really based on. I mean, Steve told me when I came on, he said, hey, one thing you got to know is I want every employee here to be like family, and I want every customer to be like family. And it has been. So it's been really, really neat.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's awesome that you guys are putting yourselves out there to get recognized, and you are doing these things day in and day out, once a month, like you said, because, you know, it's easy to talk that talk, but, you know, it's kind of like the podcast. Like, hey, man, it's cool to say, hey, man, like you want to have a podcast, but like when it comes down to like really doing it, like I really got to do this every Saturday and Sunday. I have to write up notes, do all this other stuff. Like it's not just a type wing it thing. So, man, like when it comes down to it, like doing it once a month, that's really awesome. I'm sure that your whole team completely appreciates it, and not just your whole team, but your customers. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't wait for like numero uno, Fence Tech. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be my first time in Salt Lake City, Utah. Can't wait for that. Secondly, I'll be at the retreat. I cannot wait for that as well. And then I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to the open house at your company, but I really want to come. Like,
Man, yeah, we have direct
flights.
We have direct flights. South Bend goes to Orlando. It goes to St. Peters.
I'm in Pensacola. See, everybody thinks
Tampa.
No, I'm nowhere near any of that. So like I'm closer to Alabama and Mississippi.
Okay.
Than I will ever be to Tampa. Like I'm probably 30 minutes from Alabama and an hour to Mississippi.
Okay.
Hour and a half.
You're like on the handle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. I am in the Northwest Panhandle. So that's where I live. So, but yeah, bro, last week, whenever Sean was saying it, he was like, oh, yeah, man, it's April 6th. And I was like, no, that's my kid's birthday. I'm not going. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Because I turned down a like training event with him last year for the same exact reason. He was like, yeah, man, like I need you up here the 6th and the 7th. And I was like, I can't do it. But I was like, that's my kid's birthday, man. I can't do it. And he was like, oh, man, I completely understand. So when he said that again, I was like, oh, no. And then you sent me the email and I was like, yes, it's the 11th. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to try my hardest to get up there.
I hope you can come, man. We're making it a real family friendly event. So I'm really excited about it. We haven't had an open house at our facility in 10 years. And we were like, hey, let's do something cool for our customers and prospects. Let's have an open house. So we're going to have a Friday, Saturday open house. It's going to be April 10th and 11th. And Friday is going to be like vinyl. And the Saturday then will be aluminum. And we're going to show off our routers. Sean King's going to be there. He's going to help, show how to install the fence and all that. And basically it's going to be, here's the stuff, here's the machine, here's how you put it together. So
okay. So then we are doing a training then. Okay.
Yep.
Sean, Sean, if you're watching, you should just go ahead and buy me a plane ticket.
There you go, Sean. Please buy him one. Hey, I'll buy one if he doesn't. I will hook you up.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And
yeah, man, I'm down with that. But dude, so I didn't know. I found out after the fact that you were at fence camp. How was that?
Oh man,
Coming from an ex-banker, well, not an ex-banker, but a former banker, now running a machine producing company. How was Fence Week?
So I got humbled real quick. So first off, John McClain, who is about 3 times the size of me, is lifting like 8 things, like it's nothing. And here I am, I have like 2, and I'm like, and he's got 8, like 8 posts. He's just chilling, and I'm like, with 2 of them, and I'm like, holy cow, like this is wild. Come to find out, he like played football at Nebraska, but that's besides the point. Then
a big old boy too.
Yeah, he's a big old boy.
Yeah.
But then Colby's there, and Colby's like, he's smaller than me. Well, he's carrying like 4 of them. And I'm like, what the heck? How's this little shrimp carrying 4 of them? So
I'm smaller than Colby. I'm smaller than Colby, man.
I know.
It's just fence life, dude. It's just fence life.
I'm telling you, you guys are like Mighty Mouse,
Yep.
And so I got humbled real quick with that. But it was neat. We did it was like a woven basket wood fence. So obviously I don't do anything with wood. And it was really cool to just see how it worked. They kind of intertwined the wood so it would they would like cross. And it was neat. It was really fun. Sean and his wife took great care of us.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was a first class event. We had a lot of fun with it. It was my first time ever, using half that stuff, man. I never really even used had hand saws and hammers and drills and all that. And that was all new to me.
Like you just went straight to first class. Like, oh hey, we're not even digging holes. We're pounding poles. Like you just went straight to first class. So man, that's awesome, man. We had so much going on, and we had just got settled back from being in Vegas and all that stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to fence camp. I was like, I'm gonna stay home. But I wish I would have been there, because we did have.
It was fun.
Well, but
it was like probably 50 degrees, and I was breaking a sweat, and plus I was like getting embarrassed because I was like the least handy guy by far there. So finally I was like, hey guys, I got a job for me. I'll just get the wheelbarrow and pick up all the scraps. So I took the wheelbarrow and got like all the 4-foot wood scraps that we were cutting off on the ends. And I just walked like a mile-long fence and just picked up all the wood. So then I threw it in the campfire and we burned it later. So at least I felt like I did something. I contributed.
There we go. Yeah. I saw Sean pull out the freaking excavator and dump that giant stack of wood in there. That was hilarious.
That was awesome.
Heck yeah. Well, hey man, let's get into some comments real fast. We have neglected them since show started. All right, I already verbally replied to Chris Steele. He said, it's cold, bruh. It is cold, dude. It's cold. I'm sure you're a little bit colder. You're in Panama City. You're right on the beach. So you got that nice Gulf wind coming in. All right, we got Miss Michaela Patterson, which is Andrea's sister-in-law. And she says, hey, y'all, what is going on, girl? We got Mr. Mike Levy of NMI Fence National Metal Industries. Guys, go check out nmifence.com. While you're there, shoot Mr. Mike Levy a message. Ask him to send you one of his mailers. They're badass. You will absolutely try to model all of your mailers off of this. It's fucking great. All right, we got Miss Michaela Patterson again. She says it's already in the works, man. She's talking about the girl shirt that they were talking about. Andrea Patterson, she was my wife's guest tonight. She says, Amanda, let's go. She's saying, hey, Sean. got Mr. Mike Levy says,
Hey,
CMM
thanks, Mike.
machines. Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
Mike's the man. Yeah.
Yes, he is, man. Mike is freaking awesome, man. I really like him. All right, we got Andrea Patterson again says, thank you, Billy Grove and Amanda Elise Grove for having me on. Absolutely. It was a pleasure. I didn't really get to talk to you that much, but it was great meeting you in Vegas. We're absolutely a blast to hang out with. Can't wait to do
Her
it
and
next.
Cole are awesome. I have a quick funny
Yeah.
story that I have to tell
Yeah.
about that. So I
Go
didn't
ahead.
know that you had to get like a special pass for like food and stuff, right? So we're at FWA and we had a booth and everything, and I didn't know there's like a VIP pass. I didn't know you could buy one, or else I would have bought one. Like we support FWA, we support AFA, we support them all. I would have definitely bought one, but I didn't know you could. So anyways, I'm like starving, man. It's like 10 o'clock. I need a bagel or something. I'm like dying. And I'm like, so I go over there and there's like a Nazi, and they're like, hey, yeah, you can't go in here, VIP only. I was like, oh, geez. So I go up to Cole. I'm like, hey, dude, can I use your badge? He's like, absolutely, but you got to get me a bagel too. I'm like, I'll get you 3 bagels. So he gave me his badge.
Bro, I got a whole story about that too, because they tried me hardcore, man. Like,
Yeah.
I guess I didn't get my little ribbon to like stick on my badge like the first day. And it was the same thing. I was starving. I was like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I am not paying $12 for nachos. I was like, I'm going to go get this food that is right out there. So I walk out there, and this dude was like, badge, please, sir. I was like, here you go. I was like, here's that. And he's like, no, VIP only. I was like, well, I'm teaching a class in this room in like 30 minutes, and that's behind you. I was like, so how I get behind you to teach my class? And he's like, oh, you need ribbon. And I was like, yeah, man, I have no idea. Dude, he was not letting me in until I told him.
I know.
Like, you need to go look at the schedule, look at my badge. My badge has the same name. And he looked, he was like, oh, okay, never mind. Go get your thing. And I was like, all right, yes, please. I am starving. But that food that they had was amazing, man. It was and they had it hot, it was fresh, it was cold, it was fresh. All of it was great, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to like Fence Tech in Salt Lake City.
I am too, man. I'm actually bringing my whole family. It's going to be like a little mini vacation. So we'll see how that goes with a 7'4" 1-year-old, but I think it's going to be a good time.
Ooh, son, you got your hands full of that. 7'4" and 1.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I know it.
All right. So we got Mr. G.J. Verhey says, need one of these in South Dakota ASAP with automated feed. Payment plan sounds great. Oh.
Hey, DJ, message me, man. For real. I'll hook you up.
We're just going to skip straight to this one then, I guess.
There you go. Love it.
And then Miss Michaela Patterson says, Sean Behensky, that video was cool. How exciting. Yes, it really was cool. I watched it once, like I said, but I was at a job site actually paying full attention to it. That was a pretty damn cool video, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. All right. He said, dang, he took Scott's job.
Oh, is Scott the wheelbarrow guy?
Oh, is that what he was talking about?
He must have been.
15
Jeez.
here today, boys. No, thank you. No, thank you at all. But all right, so here we go. How many different models is CMM currently producing? And a little side note, does someone have to have like a college degree to operate these things, or is it pretty much like you read a user's manual and you're good to go?
Yeah, so we have a couple different models. We have a single bay, which is actually really pretty cheap. It's just a 1 bay. But, if you're going to grow, you probably need at least 2 or 4. So we recommend going with 2 or 4. And then we have a vinyl only. and then we have a vinyl and aluminum because it would have the coolant, with it. So those are pretty much the ones. We also have, notchers, all those. We have notchers and a couple like wall saws, things like that too. But as far as operating the machines, so we have a training. We offer it online, or you can come to our facility, and it's typically lasts 2 to 3 hours. And after that training, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, the guy who created our trainings in-house, and he's a smartest guy I've ever met in my life. And he tells me that if you can color in a coloring book, you can operate one of our machines. So that's promising. So
That's
I mean, if
promising.
I can operate it, anybody can. Because like I said earlier, I can't hammer a hammer. So if I can operate it, I know you guys can operate
You can't hammer a hammer.
it. No, man, it's crooked when I do it. The nail never goes straight.
Oh god damn. Oh
Yeah,
man.
it's rough. It's rough.
All right. Well, I'm excited to meet you, man. I'm excited to meet you because we're gonna get you trained up. I promise you'll be able to build a fence by the time we part ways.
I'll come to Pensacola. You can teach me. I mean, I'll do it. I go to Florida a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think I've been to. I was in Jacksonville.
Okay.
I've been to Orlando. I've been to Miami. I've been to Tampa all this year. I know those aren't super close to you.
No,
I can make it over there.
None of them. Jacksonville's 5 hours away. And then Tampa is like 7, Orlando's 6.5.
I was in Alabama, Huntsville. Is that closer?
It's still like 4 hours.
Okay. All right. We're getting close. We'll get there.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man. Well, hey, come whenever it's actually warm outside and we can go to the beach and go fishing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that would be fun. Man. That'd be a blast. But let me pull my notes back up. Oh shoot, we got Mr. Robert Evers in the house. Look at that. I saw as soon as it popped up. What is going on, buddy? How are you doing, man? Guys, if you have not seen the Two Smooth Operators podcast, go check it out. Go check it out. I don't know what day it's on. I don't know what time it's on. Rob, you're going to have to drop all that information. But as far as that goes, go check it out. Like him and Brooks are good people. All right. Can you customize these machines?
Yeah. I mean, you can route really whatever you want. When we were in Las Vegas, we routed Las Vegas in the vinyl. So I mean, as far as you can literally route whatever, you can spell your name. Some people will spell their last name and put the post like in their, at the door in their their front door as like a little like decoration, but okay. You can customize these and do with them literally about whatever you want, which is neat.
That's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah. Yep. I obviously I'm biased, but I mean, if you're doing vinyl and aluminum jobs, I think having one of our machines is a no-brainer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing large mass quantities of it, if that's your bread and butter.
Yeah,
so to speak, then I would definitely do that because, like, not just that, but like we're gonna pile down we're gonna double down on it, and like if you're doing a driven vinyl stuff, you can also cut costs by getting 6'6" posts instead of 8 foot long posts. You can cut waste, and you can make whatever profile that you want to. Man, it's a freaking no-brainer at the end of the day, man. It's almost like I would honestly think that it's the same league as a mini skid steer in the fence tent. Like if you can use one
comparable
for your company, that's gonna make you money, like lots of money.
For sure. I mean, one of the coolest things is like when I was visiting a customer out in North Carolina and I want to take him to lunch. He's like, "No, I need to take you to lunch. Like, you make me so much money with this machine. I'm buying lunch." I was
Heck
like,
yeah.
"Yeah." I
Heck
was like,
yeah,
"Yeah,
man.
that happened." But it's cool to hear that. It's cool to hear that you're
Absolutely
making
it
people
is.
so much money. Yeah.
Absolutely it is. Yeah, man. It's it's kind of like the same thing. Like, man, it's cool to hear that you're helping people and that people learn stuff from you, man. I'm a super humble guy. So after like all of these trainings and I'm getting text messages the nights after, it's like, hey, man, thank you so much. I learned so much. I'm like, hell yeah, man. But bro,
Yeah.
I'm just a beach bum fisherman, like who happens to love building fence and love teaching people. And it's just like, man, like sometimes I get like books of text messages of like how thankful they are. And I'm just like, I'm so thankful that you're thankful, but I'm super humble. And that's kind of how I was raised. Just don't be a big shot or anything like that. Like, no
Yeah,
matter what.
man.
So
I mean, I just wanted to say one last thing, but
yeah.
you and Craig do an awesome job with your guys' podcast, man. I watch them every single week.
Oh man, thank
I
you.
think it's great that you guys feature people that you want to learn, you want to get people's in the spotlight, you want to get other people out there, you want to help people. I think it's awesome, man. I think both of you guys do an amazing job, and I appreciate everything you're doing for the fence industry, because with me being newer, it's helped me meet new people. It's helped me learn a ton, and I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. And that's my goal. And I get some like questions here and there, like, oh man, well, you're sponsored, you make money off this, and like that's the only reason that you do it. I'm like, bro, I would do this if I still paid for it out of my own pocket. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like my whole thing is I don't care about the money. I don't care about if people know me or if they don't know me. My thing
Right.
is this is literally what makes me happy, is to help people and to help people not just one up their business, but one up themselves as a person. And that's what we kind of try to do. That's what our culture here is at like High Steel is,
Yeah.
not just one up yourself in the business aspect, but like one up yourself as a person, as a human being. And so that's what I love to do. And I love to help people. And it's just kind of one of my things, man. I just kind of like talking to people, teaching people how to do things. And like I've said thousands of times, man, I've gotten so many messages on how do I do this? How do I do that? That it was just kind of like, I'm just going to start a podcast.
Yeah,
So,
it's awesome. I've really enjoyed it. I know tons of my friends, especially in the fence industry, talk about it a lot. So
nice.
People appreciate you, man. They really do.
Heck yeah, man. Well, I very much appreciate it. Like, you got any other closing thoughts other than that?
That's it, man. That was the mic drop.
Mic drop. All right, guys, make sure to make it to South Bend, Indiana, April 11th through 13th, correct?
Yep.
All right, guys, we're going to have a complete open house. We're going to be doing a Mr. Fence Academy training.
We're going to go to South Bend Cubs game.
Yeah.
South Bend Cubs game. We're going to have a suite there with unlimited food and drinks. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Heck yeah. Well, I'm going to have to go ahead and just put that on my calendar.
I'm buying your flight, dude. I'm buying your flight for you. We're going to book it.
All right. Let's do it. I'll be in South Bend April 11th through 13th, Chris, if you're still watching.
Love it.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, man, thank you for coming on so much. It's been a great show, guys. If you have any questions, please reach out to Mr. Sean. CMM is the company. It's cmmbuilt.com, right?
Yep.
So cmmbuilt.com, guys. Go visit it. Go check it out, especially if you're heavy into the vinyl industry. Do yourself a favor and take some stress off your guys, take some stress off the workload, and get it automated. Just go ahead and do it. But man, I can't wait to meet you in 2025. Looking forward to it. You have a wonderful night, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, you too. Awesome. Thanks, Billy.
Yes, sir.
See ya.
All right, guys. Wonderful show tonight. I have, that is the intro, not the outro. And there we go. There's the outro. All right, guys. I got Mr. Dusty Ashworth on like next week of Mr. Fence Academy as well. So guys, we got another Team Blue member joining the show like next week. We got his wife, Miss Robin Ashworth, on my wife's Women of the Fence Industry Spotlight segment. I almost got it twisted. Y'all have a wonderful like rest of your Tuesday night. We'll be back on at regular time next week, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Go check it out. Big thank you to our sponsors, Mr. Fence Academy, National Metal Industries, JC GURY. That is www.mrfenceacademy.com, www.nmifence.com, and www.jcgury.com. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a wonderful night.